and welcome to Herp A Derpers, a podcast about breaking the stigma on herpes and empowering the community. I'm your host, Erin DeVos. As always, you can review my episodes on YouTube, Anchor, or wherever you get your podcasts. You can also find the link to the channel on the podcast's Instagram, Facebook, and Twitter page at Herp A Derpers Podcast. Thanks! Hey Herp A Derpers! Knowing how much you love yourself is one thing, but doing something for yourself in a loving way is another. Lately, life has taken twists and turns that have made me question my value with everyone around me. Am I really this shitty of a person to be treated this way? Will I ever find forgiveness to anyone who has hurt me? Am I even loved and respected? Do I deserve all this? I'm always there to lift others up, but lately I can't seem to do it on my own. I don't feel I love myself. I am too fat, I have herpes, I'm unsuccessful, I've never been in a relationship, so why even try to be in one? I'm fucking damaged. I have excuses, and even more excuses to not feel valued. Where is this all coming from? This is not like, nor has anyone ever told me my flaws. These are all lies that I have been telling myself. Lies that have lingered with me until I believed them to be true. We can't help what we have and what we have gone through, but we can learn to understand within ourselves to be kinder to ourselves if it's something we cannot help, but think about ourselves in that way. And what I mean is that we are stronger because we know what it's like and we can relate to others who have been there in that position. Part of being confident is not even thinking about feeling rejection. To feel rejected means it wasn't right for you and it wasn't right in the moment, in that very moment. What I mean by that, meaning what it's not right for you, is that it could be a circumstance or a person that isn't meant to be your companion or someone that's in your life. Simple as that. As hard as it is to hear it and to feel it, it could be just as hard to even say it and even admit it to ourselves. And after listening to the interview I did on Something Positive for Positive People, I reflected on how confident I was in confronting the friend in that moment, but also building the courage to say what needed to be said. Beyond that, we have to stop stigmatizing ourselves. We hurt ourselves more when we don't even see our own worth. Herpes does not define us, nor any bad things that have happened to us. And we are capable of so much love to give, but also to love ourselves that much more. Yes, we can all have our flaws, and you must love yourself in order to take care of your mind and well-being. It will release you to become a better version of yourself. The kind, loving, caring self that you give to others. We often don't see that in ourselves either, how we are so capable of giving so much love to others that we often forget to give that type of love to ourselves as well. I chose to be single most of my life because I know I love myself more than anyone could give myself at this moment. Yes, I have dated and do not regret anyone who I has been with, but I learned to grow into myself more and what I'm looking for in a relationship. And the reason why most of those relationships haven't turned out to be something more was because I was either the excuses of not having enough time, or it was something about myself that they couldn't see with a partner. For example, saying I've been too sweet. Well, I want the man who does love me to love me for who I am. Also, because you have never been in a relationship doesn't mean you're unsuccessful in loving someone else. It means you made the right choice in always putting yourself first. One of my favorite quotes from the famous self-love poet H.R. Sin is, quote, "I hope you find someone who always chooses you. If you don't, I hope you always choose yourself." Always choose yourself. End quote. Letting go is always hard, but it will provide you with the space to breathe, free up a ton of psychological space for new and good things to come into your life and flow through you. Now is the time to love yourself the most. Give yourself the positive self-talk that you deserve. Every morning since the start of the new year, I would say my mantra and then look at myself in the mirror and say 3 amazing things I love about myself. What did I say today? Today, I said how beautiful of a person I am, inside and out. I will finish the video and course materials for my Google Analytics certification and kick my big ass booty to do abs and cardio for the gym as a workout after work today. By doing this, I encourage myself to believe them and to not break these underlying promises to myself and how beautiful I really see myself as. This year is a year I will no longer lie and break my own promises. If you really want to motivate and get yourself to the next level, I inspire you to do the same thing. Promise to not go back to anyone who has ever hurt you. Promise to stay on your diet, work out, and drink more water. Promise to love yourself more and lift others up around you. Promise me that you will keep your promises. I will promise. Will you? I will always admit the truth and my faults as we are only human. But by being human also goes with being a person and treating others the same way. Do you remember the golden rule? Treat others the way you want to be treated. And so it goes. If someone is not treating you the way you treat yourself, it is time to let them go. Herpes may seem like a flaw, but know how much it has changed you to want to change and be a better person for yourself and those who are there for you. Don't be afraid to reach out for help and encourage others to do the same. I hope my single promises did not scare you. I wanted to share with you my internal flaws so you know you are not alone in feeling this way. When we speak our truth into existence, we can learn how to make ourselves better and learn from those lessons and learn from those talks that we've always been telling ourselves over and over again for years. And we all have them, and it's not too late to turn your life around and be who you want to become, because it all starts with you. As always, feel free to share or comment on this podcast episode through YouTube, Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, or email at herpaderpodcast@gmail.com. Anchor listeners can now leave voicemail messages after listening to the podcast episode to get those deep reflections. It's super fun to do and share your thoughts. Take care of your self-care, and I'll talk to you soon.